Hey church, Phil here with your next installment of our video devotionals online. I'm really excited for this coming series. We get to share with you our testimonies and how God has impacted our lives, how we met Jesus, and what our lives have looked like since then. My story personally has a lot to do with the church. I've been in the church my whole life. Maybe some of you can relate where you've gone to church since you were a kid. That was me. And when I remember when I was 5, I asked Jesus into my heart. I didn't really know what that meant, but I knew that it was the church thing to do. So I was like, well, okay, let's do it. And then came a trial. When I was in 3rd grade, it was a night in December. My mom passed away from a seizure. Middle of the night, totally unexpected. She had epilepsy. Did not see that coming. And all of a sudden, I had some doubts. I had some questions. I'd grown up with a hunky-dory interaction with Jesus, and all of a sudden, I was faced with someone I didn't understand. And I thought to myself, well, if you're a loving God, why would you let that happen? I don't want anything to do with you if you're going to let that happen. And so I didn't. I mean, I still went to church and things like that, but really in my heart and in my actions outside of church, I was living a double life, angry at God for allowing that to happen. And that's the way I lived for several years, turning my back on him. And I remember when I was a freshman in high school, I had just begun the year, tail end of the summer after 8th grade, beginning of freshman year in high school. And I had gone on a mission trip, and that paired with a message at a FCA conference really hit me. And here's what I heard at those conferences: God still loves you. I heard the gospel again. I'd heard the gospel dozens and dozens of times, but I reheard it. But I had missed something before. I hadn't really been paying attention, but here's what I missed. Romans 5:8. What I thought was that I had to be perfect and I couldn't approach God because I was doing all these things to run away from him and fill in this gap in my heart from my mom dying. And what I realized was even in the midst of my sin and even in the midst of my running away from him, it didn't change the fact that he still died for me, that he still died for my sins and wanted me to be in a relationship with him. And that hit me like a ton of bricks. I thought to myself, man, I can't be on the fence about this. I can't be 1 foot in the pew and 1 foot in sin. No way. Like, Jesus loves me enough, even as a sinner, to die for me and to provide me a way to be in a right relationship with him. And so I accepted that. I got baptized and my life changed. There was a peace and a calm in my life that I had never felt before. There was a healing of that hole in my heart. And listen, I'm not going to pretend that he solved every single one of my problems. I'm not going to pretend that he answered every one of my doubts. He still hasn't answered that doubt of why mom died, but I can trust him. I mean, one of the first Bible passages I read on my own was Proverbs 3:5-6. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Don't lean on your own understanding, but rather seek him in all you do, and he'll show you which path to take. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Like, I don't have to fully understand you in order to trust you and follow you. Blew my mind, and I still hold on to that passage today. From that point forward, God put people in my life to disciple me and show me what it meant to follow him with everything that I had. He put so many wonderful men and women in my life to help show me what it means to be a Christ follower. And then he placed this passion in my heart. He said, Phil, I want you to go do for others what I've done for you. And he created this passion for ministry. Because I was that kid in middle school and high school who wanted nothing to do with Jesus and wanted to fill my life with every sort of thing possible besides him, thinking that everything possible but him would fill my life. And so we created this passion to minister to middle schoolers and high schoolers. And really my hope now, and in between there's ministry, school, and all that kind of stuff, but really my hope and my prayer now is that I get a chance to do for students what was done for me, to help point them to the healer, to help point them to God who can fill every hole in their life and give them meaning and purpose because of who he is. And that's just been such a wonderful journey and wonderful ride And it's why I'm here today. And so if you want to ask me more questions about my testimony, that was a really brief snapshot. I would love to answer those questions with you, sit down to coffee with you or lunch or something like that. Let's chat. I hope this has been an encouragement for your faith. If you take away anything, take this. One is that God can be trusted even if we don't fully understand him. We might not fully understand all he does, but we can trust him. And two is that no matter how far you've gone, whether you grew up in the church or not, we who grew up in the church are a little bit more sneaky at it. But no matter how far you've gone, he still loves you and he's still pursuing you. And he still died for you so you can have a relationship with him. Love you guys. Chat with you later.